So here we are in Times Square. As you can see, New York City's pretty excited about the Super Bowl, which is taking place right across the river in New Jersey. And it's estimated that northern New Jersey and New York City are going to see $600 million flowing into the area. But there's something under the surface, something very dark, something that law enforcement is trying to crack down on. For this year's Super Bowl, 2,700 police, first responders, and even hospitality workers have been trained to spot the signs of human sex trafficking. Official statistics are hard to come by, but experts say the Super Bowl site is the single largest human sex trafficking incident in the U.S. each year. To get a better understanding of how big the problem is, I paid a visit to a friend of the program who has years of law enforcement experience.
I'm Tom Ruskin, president of CMP Group.
All right, so we went online, Craigslist, northern New Jersey. I typed in Super Bowl and escort, and literally we have all these ads coming up. How do you begin as an investigator to separate out the ads from people who might just be legitimately putting up personals to people who may be engaging in illegal activity and may involve people who've been trafficked?
Well, most of this stuff is illegal activity if you get into the nitty-gritty of it. So what you start to do as an investigator, as a police investigator, you start going through this and you start calling these people and you start having dialogues. This is what cops do every single day.
Pretend to be a customer.
They are a customer at that point in time. They're a police officer, but they're a customer, and they see what they're offering. It's the act, it's the intent, the mens rea of the person involved or the people involved. If you're dealing with a trafficker, the pimp or the person who is running the trafficked young girl is looking for the right customers and the amount of money.
Where do we see a lot of this originate?
Well, a lot of it originates just in this country. It's young girls who have been taken from small towns with the idea that they're going to become a model or an actress. They're going to come to New York. They're going to be, you know, the new
star. You're going to be a star.
You're going to be a star, and I'm going to make you a star, babe. And come with me, and we'll have a really good time. And the next thing she knows, she's in a room with a guy naked.
Are there ever instances where a guy who answers this ad realizes what he's got himself into and he's the one that turns in the girl?
Yes. There have been times where the person who was looking to purchase the service has either walked away or has called police. I mean, we know that they walk away because some of our investigations have determined that all of a sudden they left 5 minutes later and they couldn't have had sex, nothing could have happened. And if you stop him down the road, he'll tell you, you know, I thought she was 14. I wasn't going to do that.
What are you hearing from friends who are still on the job about this particular Super Bowl this year, Rutherford, New Jersey?
They're fully well aware that anytime you have a special event in the New York tri-state area, this isn't their first rodeo. They've been through this with conventions, the Republican, Democratic conventions. And
it does happen at political conventions.
Occasionally, no matter what the party. You have this type of activity going on, and you gear up for it. The Public Morals Division of the New York City Police Department, the other agencies gear up for this. They expect it, and they are investigating. They are even posting ads.
Wow. So there's some of these ads.
Could be a law enforcement agency seeing what's going on.
Well, there have already been a handful of high-profile busts this week alone connected to the Super Bowl and sex trafficking.